So I'm ready to get into some predictions. I'll do mine first. So my first thing, this has only happened in the franchise once so far. I think there's only going to be one Ghostface. Maybe there's multiple people behind what's happening, but I think there's actually going to be only one killer. And the only time that's ever happened is with Roman in Scream 3. Prediction number two, and this is probably unlikely, but there's not going to be an opening kill. If you
Mm.
want to shake up the format of this franchise, don't kill anyone in the open. Start with Sydney. We get to, be with her in her new life that she has going on in Indiana as a mom and a wife. And then that's when Ghostface emerges, or a new Ghostface. I think that would be kind of fun. Number three, and I don't think I'm going out on a limb with this one. I'm going to say that all the OG legacy characters survive. So that's Sydney and Gale. If they really wanted to flip this movie on its head, though, kill Gale in the
Mm.
opening of this movie. That would be, I think it maybe is a movie or two late, but I think it would still be shocking. And that would be kind of a kick ass way to start the movie, though I know Gale has a lot of fanatics.
Sydney definitely makes sense. Do you think there are more fans of Gale more than Dewey? Like,
Ooh,
if
boy.
you were to, because I feel like Dewey ended up having more
Yeah, I
fans,
feel
but I
like,
could be wrong.
man, that's a good question. I think Dewey died in Scream 2025 because he was the popular one. Gail is kind of hit or miss. She's the one that I've enjoyed, but I think she should have died in Scream 6 at least. Like that would have been, you gotta kill, they should have killed off some of those
It's
bigger
it's
people.
definitely kind of like reaching the end of an arc because unless there's something that we haven't seen, which I feel like Gale, we're seeing some of the same beats, to be honest, right?
Yes. Every single time. And it's like you don't even have to kill her off, just like let her do her own thing. I wasn't huge on kind of where they even took Dewey and
Yeah,
Gale
for sure.
and the reason why they were separated because it's just such lazy writing where you bring back the legacy character and they're miserable or they're
They're old,
separated and they're living alone and they're sad.
sad, depressed. They've started gaining a ton of weight, and you're like, just off them already.
It's crazy
And
too because it's like they could have kept that relationship
mhm,
and she could still go do the big city dreams that she has, but also come back and be with
yeah,
Dewey in Woodsboro. And they just never take that option. And I don't understand why. All right, number four. So if Sydney is unkillable, so is her daughter. So we know she has a
oh,
daughter in this, Tatum.
yeah,
I think assuming that this movie does well, we're going to get it. I think Tatum is the lead moving forward. Now, if she's the new focus and Sydney survives, how do you make another one of these that focuses on Tatum and doesn't include Sydney? I don't know. That's kind of where it gets a little sticky for me. Because even if she goes off to college, if she's terrorized, wouldn't Sydney come into it or be asked for help to some degree?
yeah. Basically serving as a supporting character.
Which I'm not super huge on. I think if we're gonna move on, we need to start clean.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's where I'm like, well, then maybe Sydney does die at the end of this thing and we move forward with Tatum. Who
man.
knows?
That would
I
actually make for a really solid setup, and you could start toying around with a lot of things that they toyed with in the new Halloween. That's kind of what David Gordon Green did, with having the three generations of Strodes, and then we get the granddaughter where it's
yeah.
like, what's going on here with
Is
this
that
trauma?
is it lean too well? And I there's a thing like a little promo piece where it is Nev Campbell talking about where Sydney is at this point and the protection mode she's in, and she's locking
Yeah.
the doors, and it's very reminiscent of what Halloween does or David Gordon Green did with that. And then my final one, I think we're going to be using deep fake technology, and there's more to this that will I'll get into. I think that's obviously how they're going to bring back those deceased characters. I think there's going to be more dead characters from the past that come back that they haven't announced yet. The only person that I'm going to say is actually still alive is Stu. That's
Ooh,
the one that I believe he's still alive. There's a shot in the recent Super Bowl spot that makes me say that. And it's real quick, but it looks like the inside of someone's room in like a mental asylum. And there's drawings all over the wall. I think it could be, and I predicted this, I think, with Scream 2022 or Scream 6. I think it was 2022 that we would see him at some point, and it would be Silence of the Lambs type thing, where Sydney goes to him for either help or information about what's going on, and that's his reintroduction.
I don't know. I do have a feeling that there will be one ghost face, but I'm going to say Tyne and Stu, the ghost face, is actually getting intel. He's basically like a copycat killer, but someone who's obsessed with Stu. And instead of it being Sydney, I think that it will be the killer, the
Ooh,
ghost face killer, the one killer who's going to Stu and asking for advice. And then also, how can they craft a masterpiece to finish? It's funny that you call it the ghost face killing canvas. How can they craft this masterpiece killing or killing spree, if you will? And I do think Stu will play a big hand, but obviously from behind bars.